welcome. Taking that very first step is always gonna be challenging, no matter what. Whether you are an experienced person or a person who lacks experience, it's always gonna make you doubt yourself. It's always gonna bring in that kind of fear. Because look, let's visualize steps, right? When you take a first step, you don't know where you're going, right? Because these steps are like infinite, right? Same applies to real life. When you take that very first step, you don't actually know where you're going, so that's why it's scary. But if you actually sit down and analyze where you're going, what you're gonna do after that, it's actually gonna become way less scary. So when I was starting my self improvement journey, I was doubting myself a lot. I didn't really want to take that very first step because it was scary to me. One day I did this, and then I turned my head around. I was like, I had no option but to continue. I had no option to but to start self improvement journey. That's how I actually did it. So first, you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself, why am I failing? What am I doing? Basically, analyze yourself. Analyze what you're struggling with. Whether you're taking a very first step to actually study math, you need to identify it. You need to actually be honest with yourself and say to yourself that I'm not good at math. Whether you're starting your self improvement journey and you want to start lifting, and you look in the mirror and you're fat or skinny, be honest with yourself. Be like, I'm skinny, I'm fat, I need to change. The arrogance that I had made me not do what I wanted to do. I was like, I'm so smart, but I wasn't. I'm actually strong, but I wasn't. And basically, you need to identify your struggles. Basically, you need to ask yourself, what am I? How can I change myself? And need to set clear goals. And need to have a strong reason. Because look, how are you gonna go up the ladder if you don't have any steps? If you don't really have any goals in mind. Goals are like steps. You have to divide them into smaller chunks so that achieving them will not overwhelm you, and you need to celebrate those wins, those small wins. Whether you lift 5 pounds for bicep curls or like 10 pounds for fucking shoulder press and those stuff, right? You can celebrate small wins no matter what, because small wins make you continue that journey. Our brain always wants like gifts and those stuff, and you need to realize that you have no option but to continue that very first step. So yeah, you need to identify, then you need to make a strong reason, then you need to set goals, then you need to, make these goals smaller, and you need to celebrate those wins. So I welcome you on this journey, and good luck.